What is up, everyone, and welcome to what is now my weekly live. Uh, I like going live once a week, and I've been doing it about, every Friday, Thursday, or potentially the weekend. That's when you guys are going to see me live. So if you guys are interested, feel free to turn notifications on, subscribe to the channel, and participate in the lives, man. These lives are super fun. I like coming on here and talking with you guys. I hope you guys can hear me a lot better. I do have a mic now, so I'm hoping that that helps out the quality of the live for you guys. So, I got a good one for this week, guys. Unfortunately, there was no long form video last weekend, but I mean, I mentioned it on my last live that I was gonna be super busy. So unfortunately, Saturday was a I was busy all day. Sunday I was busy all afternoon, and I had the morning a little open, but it wasn't gonna be enough time for me to go out there and film a long form video. So what I did was I did a fun little short. If you guys haven't seen it, what I did was I brought my Grom into my living room, and I parked it there technically. So yeah, I posted that short. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If hopefully you guys found it, entertaining, funny, or whatever. I hope you guys got some fun out of it. So yeah, that was this last weekend's short that I did. So, but for this weekend, it's gonna be good. Um, my Saturday is gonna be busy again, but I'm not gonna film. I'm not gonna miss two lives. No, sorry. I'm not gonna miss two long form videos in a week. So keep that in mind. There will be a long form video this weekend. So if you guys are excited, I hope you guys turn notifications on and are subscribed to the channel so you guys won't miss these long form videos. It's gonna be a Grom video. Keep that in mind. Just because I mean I mentioned it a couple weeks ago that that's gonna be like the majority of what you see on my channel for the next few months at least. So keep that in mind. But doesn't mean Grom videos aren't entertaining. Doesn't mean Grom videos aren't entertaining or anything. So yeah. Um, Another thing we got going on this weekend. Tomorrow is Subi Fest. I will be going to Subi Fest this weekend, which is tomorrow. It's like a this year I think they did it a little different. Well, my girlfriend was telling me it's a little different. She said that normally they do it during the day, but this time they did it as a night event, which should be way better. Because it's summer and it's super hot, so to be out there during the day is not really ideal. But Subi Fest, my first time going. I'm excited. I've never been to Subi Fest. Not even when I had my STI, I would go to Subi Fest. So looking forward to it. I will more than likely be buying like some shirts, or maybe a couple shirts or something, and maybe I'll wear it next week's live. So just to recap it, Seda Freisen, hi, how's it going, man? Hope you're having a good Friday. Cause the good thing about doing my live streams on Fridays is that I mean it's Friday. Who doesn't like Friday? So keep that in mind. Live streams are on Friday. Last week I did it on Thursday. It just I wasn't gonna have time Friday, but I have time today to do it today. So yeah, Subi Fest is tomorrow. Let me know, chat. Are you guys gonna be there on Subi Fest? If you are, it'd be interesting to see you guys because my first time going to Subi Fest, I don't know what to expect. I know that they do like little events. I think they have like a dyno, so that's always interesting to see. Like when they have a dyno at the event, people put their cars up there and they dyno them, and it's nice to see what the Subarus do. But one thing I will say when I owned my STI was the Subaru community. They're like that, man. Um, they're like they they always say hi to each other. They're like, yeah, it's a real close community. When I had my STI, every time I would drive by a Subaru, it didn't even have to be like a WRX. It would have been just like an Outback or something, and they would still say hi to me. So yeah, Seda Freisen, hi. Um, but yeah, that's gonna be it. If you guys are if you guys saw the thumbnail for this live stream, I am gonna have another segment this week where I want to engage with the chat, and we're gonna be discussing Which Honda generation is the best generation? Is it the 90s generation? I don't know much about the 80s, so I mean, if somebody in the chat knows about the 80s and wants to tell me about him, I'll be, I'm all ears. Genevieve, hi. Chat, let me know how the audio is, guys. Let me know. I do have a mic, and it's my first time using it, so if you guys are having any audio issues, let me know ASAP, please. I would like to get that fixed. But so far, I think everything's working good. So hopefully this is one of my better streams. That's my goal for today, is to make this the best stream that I've made. Um, what do you think, Tommy? What do you think about the 1995 smash hit Wonderwall? Are you talking about Wonderwall by Oasis? I like the song, if that's the one you're talking about. It's a nice song. I was actually listening to it the other day. It came up, so yeah. Good song. I got some paramedics right next to me. They're like hanging out. So yeah. Say a two. I don't know. I don't know what you mean about that too. But Wonderwall's a good song, man. Let me know what you think. Do you like it, or why'd you ask that? Because that's an interesting thing to come out of the blue. So my goal for this live stream is 20 likes, guys. We're already at 2, which is really good to see. A nice strong start. So if you guys want to bump up the likes, for me, that'd be awesome. Likes are free. If you guys want to support the channel, the best way to do it is the free way, with likes, subscribing to the channel, engaging in the chat, because you know this is what live streaming is about. Engaging with the viewers and doing stuff like that. It's my favorite part of YouTube right now is live streaming. So yeah, and I want to keep doing it. But the best way to do it is if you guys are participating. So yeah, back to this segment that is going to be in the live stream, and we're going to do it in about maybe like 20 minutes. My goal is to do it in about 20 minutes, where we're going to be discussing the best Honda generation, guys. Is it the 80s generation? Is it the 90s generation? Is it the 2000s generation? Is it the 2010s generation? Which, in my opinion, the 2000s and the 2010s, they're pretty close to each other. Not much changed. Or is it the 2020s? Well, is that the generation that you guys like the most? That's what we're going to be talking about later. So I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are making your notes and getting ready to participate. So yeah, like I mentioned earlier, 20 likes is the goal for this live stream. I'm going to be going for about an hour, maybe a little bit over, if everything's good. Um, I'm really hoping I don't get no technical issues like I did last week. That was unfortunate. I do have my phone like right here where it's kind of cooling down, so hopefully that keeps my phone from overheating. So, Seda, shout out for the emojis. At least you're participating in the chat, so that's all. That's all I ask from you guys. Just participate in the chat. Shoot likes. If you guys want to be the first person to donate a super chat to the channel, that would be cool. And also, guys, I am clipping the live streams. So for those of you guys that are participating in the live streams, you guys do have a chance to be featured in the clip. If you guys are asking me stuff, and I will clip maybe 2 to 3 portions from this live stream and then post them on my YouTube channel. So keep that in mind. Those of you guys that are participating will have a chance to be featured in the clip. So that might be you. But yeah, and I do have a couple other things that I want to go over with you guys. We're gonna be doing um, just I got some questions for you guys. But yeah, that's gonna be the main segment, is going over which Honda generation is the best generation, and hopefully we can come to a conclusion, because I think that's a really interesting topic to cover. So, because there's a lot that's changed in I'm gonna say these last 5 years. These last 5 to 6 years, a lot has changed in as far as like with the Hondas. So yeah, keep that in mind. So yeah, we have a good live stream. Seda, you're participating a lot. That's awesome to see. Um, yeah, that's good to see. If you guys see me looking around, it's just because I'm in the middle of a parking lot and I don't know if someone's gonna come up to me. So yeah, I'm just being aware of my surroundings. So yeah, Subi Fest is tomorrow. A long form video will be available this weekend. There was no long form video last weekend, but there will be one this weekend. More than likely, will be uploaded Sunday. So yeah, keep that in mind. that in mind. Say that. Shout out for the emotes. Another thing I don't ask for you guys is for the emotes on the side. If you guys wanted to spam that, please do. That's always fun to see when it comes up on the screen. So I do want to cover a couple other questions, and that's going to be kind of more like just kind of questions I have for the chat. I saw that. Keep shooting up those emotes, man. It's super fun to see. So another thing I want to go over with the chat is, what is the most overrated car? So I'm gonna give you guys a list of cars that is from like based on my opinion. So you guys can feel free to add to that list or let me know. So starting off, the G35, is that one of the most overrated cars? That's something I put on my list that I wanted to throw out there to the chat. Let me know. Is the G35 overrated? Or here's another one, the FRS slash BRZ. Is that a good one to be overrated? Or here's a Honda, an S2000. I don't know if you guys like that, but S2000 made it to the list. And another one that I put on my list that um is a strong contender to be the most overrated is the Tesla. Is the Tesla overrated? Let me know, guys. What do you guys think? And I'm also gonna ask the question for a motorcycle. What is the most overrated motorcycle in your guys' opinion? I got a list of that too. Is it the BMW S1000 RR? Hmm. That's a one I see on YouTube a lot. Is it the Yamaha R6? Personally, I own that motorcycle, so I can speak on that one. Uh, this is one that you guys probably. This was one that probably everyone has heard. Is the Suzuki Hayabusa? Mm. I've been hearing about that motorcycle since I was a kid, so definitely deserves to be on this list. Um, and the Kawasaki H2, and that goes for the H2R also. So this is the list I'm giving you guys. I want you guys to keep that in mind. Uh, is that something that is going to be on that list? Seda, shout out for participating on the stream. Money signs, is that you want donate to the super chat? Mm-hmm. Yes, have for real CLLN. I'm not sure what you meant to say on that last one, but I don't know. You're participating on the stream, and that's all that matters. Because, I'm asking you guys questions, and I want to bounce these ideas back and forth with you guys. What's the most overrated car, and what is the most overrated motorcycle? Starting off with the motorcycle, I'm going to go ahead and say, in my opinion, it's going to be between a S1000 RR to a Hayabusa. A Mustang? A Mustang for the car? I thought about that. I thought about putting that on the list, but I didn't want to put it on my list. But hey, Hayden, I'm going to add it to the list because it definitely deserves to be on there. Your dog put a hit on you. What kind of dog you got? Is it a pit bull? Because I got a pit bull too, but he might bite me. Gizmo 370Z. Hi, everyone. What's up, Gizmo? That's another car that I thought about putting on the list. A 350 to a 370. Is that an overrated car? I always wanted a 370. I never got that car just because it's a two-seater. But it is, being fair, it is kind of overrated. But just because it's an overrated car doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad car. If anything, it probably means that it's a good car because it's so popular. There's so much demand for that car that people are always getting it. Don't compare a 350 to a 370 though. I mean, I'm not the 350 to 370 expert, but maybe you can help shine some light on it because I know they're kind of similar. I know they have like different engines. The design, still similar, but I mean they're both nice cars. I'm not dissing them. Like I said, I always wanted a 370, not a 350 because the 370 was out already. I'd rather get the newer one than the older one. Um, they are they are two different cars. I have owned both. Which one did you like more, the 370 or the 350? Because when I was when I was like in high school, the 350 was like everybody wanted that car. The 350 was the drift car, the the V6. It was a nice car, and there was always a strong aftermarket support for that car, which is another thing that makes cars popular. If they have strong aftermarket support, then yeah, the cars tend to do pretty good. So we added the Mustang to the list of you know overrated cars. Now, I was saying the motorcycle, in my opinion, the most overrated motorcycle is gonna be the Hayabusa. And honestly, lately I haven't seen the H2R. The H2R seems to be taking over the place of the Hayabusa, because the Hayabusa was always known to be like the fastest production motorcycle. But now Kawasaki came out with their own, and now they have the H2. So now with the H2 being out and being the fastest production motorcycle, everybody's gonna want to get it. Everybody's gonna want to talk about it, which rightly so, because it's the fastest production motorcycle. Gizmo 370Z. 350 is longer and short wheelbase, and my 370 over a 350 because 370s are baby GTRs. I'm working on bolting GTR stock turbos to my VHR. That's cool. Is so? Are you in a way making it like a Q60? Because I think the Q60s were always are kind of known to be like baby GTRs because they come with, is it the inline or the same V6 as the 370? I don't know, but it has a six-cylinder and it has twin turbos. So, you know, not exactly the GTR, but similar. Mad Knight, yo, what's up, Mad Knight? I do remember you. I think you were here last week on my stream, so welcome back, buddy. Uh, Gizmo 370Z 3.0 Turbo Q. Is that does it have a smaller engine? Is it the Q60 have a smaller engine? It might. Um, I don't know. I'm a fan of Nissan, so I know a little bit about them, but I don't know too much about them. Yeah, that's probably the difference. The size of the engine compared to the Q60 and the 370. But hey, they're both solid cars, and I almost picked up a Q60 like a couple years ago. Um, I don't know, it just didn't come out to it, but those are all cars that I've looked into because I've thought about purchasing them, but haven't done that yet. So again, guys, I am using a new mic, so if there's an audio issue, let me know in the chat, please, because that would help me out a lot, and I'll be able to get that issue fixed. But hopefully not. Hopefully everything sounds good. So yeah. Um, so at least we're learning about the 370 and the 350 because all along I kind of thought they were the same, but I guess the 370 is a little better, which makes sense. There's newer technology in there, and um, obviously it's a little better. Yeah, Gizmo 370. Yeah, the heads are the same as GTR heads. My homie got a GTR, and we were looking at them side by side. You wouldn't be able to tell outside the car. Hmm. Maybe the GTR, maybe the 370 is like a two. Well, actually, I was gonna say a two door, but maybe it's just a two-seater. GTR. Mad Knight, self defense. What's going on over there, man? Why you gotta use self defense? But yeah, guys, like I was saying, in my opinion, the Hayabusa is, you know, it's gonna be up there. Maybe not so much currently now as an overrated motorcycle. It's probably the S1000 or the H2R. Maybe more the S1000 because that's the bike I see on YouTube. You open YouTube, any motor vlog, every motor vlogger has owned an S1000 R. So that probably does say something. It could be it, but the Yamaha R6, it's a popular bike, but they don't really make it no more. So but I did put it on the list because I mean at its time when it was being produced, a lot of people were all over the R6, including me because I had one too. Gizmo 370, we think they are the same block, just not inside, and the S1000 is pretty nice. H2 is just stupid fast. I agree, man. I've seen some of those H2 racing videos, and damn, that's all I can say. The people that race those bikes, they're like on another level of as a rider, which I'm not there or want to be there. I don't want to be racing no H2. That's a little too much for me. Like, I'm an adrenaline junkie, but I'm not gonna be whipping up H2. You got balls, definitely the people that race the H2s, because yeah, no. Even my R6 was a little tricky to be doing stuff like that, but so to do it on something with like twice the displacement and it's supercharged, yeah, yeah. You're definitely a different human being. We're not from the same cloth. But for the car, guys, overrated car. Come on, guys. I need you guys to participate. G35 is on my list. FRS BRZ is on the list. S2000 on the list. Tesla on the list. Let's go over the G35 and why the G35 is on there. G35 is on there because personally I like the G35. There's nothing against the G35, but the G35 is it's everywhere. Like it's starting to die down, but I think that's more because people have just been destroying them, taking them to takeovers and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe not so ideal for that, but it is kind of putting it out there. The FRs and BRZ, that's kind of like the failed Toyota drift car that they did, and the S2000. I just think there's a lot of hype for the S2000, especially what they're going for nowadays. Like that's a lot of money for a car that only makes 200 horsepower and is naturally aspirated. I get it. It's Honda's only, convertible rear-wheel drive sports car, and it's a nice car. The weight balance of the car is good. But I mean, I don't know. Is it really worth all that hype? It it has a I don't know, but I think it should be talked about. And this is the car that I personally think is overrated, and you're starting to see it because people aren't really picking them up, and that's the Tesla. Any Tesla, like whether it's the Model 3, the Plaid, the Y, the X. I don't know how many more models they got, but those are the Teslas that I know. I think they're a little overrated. Unless you're commuting a lot and you have your own like place where you can hook up a 240 volt and charge your car overnight, and then maybe I can see it benefiting you. But I don't know. I think it's a little overhyped for what it was, and I think sales on it are dropping. I believe. I don't know. I'm not keeping up with it, but that's just what I'm thinking. So yeah. I think personally, I think the Tesla is the most overrated car now currently. They are fast. They are reliable. They're basically refrigerators where you just plug them in and then they go. They don't really break. You don't really maintenance them. But still, I mean, if you've been in a Tesla, it's not the most exciting thing to get in and drive. It's actually pretty boring. I compare it to like when if you've ever rented a car and you get like the base model of that car, like every button where there would be a button is covered off. There's literally just AC, FM radio, and your steering wheel. That's it. That's what I think a Tesla is. Yeah, you have the screen and you can do stuff with the screen, but I don't know. If you're just driving, it seems a little boring. But all right, guys. Now we're getting a little closer to the segment where it is for the thumbnail, and that's going to be which Honda generation is um, the best generation. Is it the 80s? Is it the 90s? Is it the 2000s? Is it the 2010s? Or is it the 2020s where we're at now? So let's go over. I don't know too much of the 80s, so if anybody in the chat knows about the 80s, feel free to let me know. But if you know, if I can talk about the 90s, personally, I think this is the CRX in the 90s. I think the CRX is the 90s car. You had the EGs come out in the 90s. So those are some solid cars that you still see around today. People obviously K-swap them, just overall the better engine. But um, but the 90s was a good time for Hondas because you did come out with the EGs. Everybody likes the EGs. I think the EKs even made it in there like the late 90s. So, and the Integras. I think the 90s Integras is some of the nicer looking Integras. I think those are like the DA Integras, the ones they call them. The little smaller Integras with they're just a smaller Integra. But personally, I like that one a lot. Um, Probably wouldn't get one just because it's a little too small for me. Like I'm a bigger guy. But 90s, 90s is definitely a good generation for Hondas. I think that's what started putting them on the scene. Now the 2010, the 2000s. This is probably my favorite generation. In the 2000s, you got the EM1. That's that's my favorite Civic out there, the EM1. But it's probably everyone's. I feel like that's everyone's, favorite Civic is the EM1. And then you had the Integras. Um, Bubba Steel. Why don't Indian people shower? Oh, I don't know, man. I'm not Indian. I can't really speak on that. But at least, hey, it's a funny comment. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know why they don't. But yeah, the 2000s is you came out with the EM1, the Integra, the GSR Integra, the Integra Type R, the Civic Type R. I think the Civic Type R first came out in the 2000s. Double check that for me, Chad, if you guys want to correct me. But and then in the 2000s was when the K series first came out. That's when the RSX came out. That's when the 8th gen SI came out. And I think the 9th gen SI came out on there too. Um, but I think that personally, that's my favorite generation of Hondas. Now let's move over to the 2010s. This is this is in my opinion where Honda started to separate the the SI from the Type R, like big time. Because they were always kind of close, close in power, close in like they would just change the little things, mostly suspension changes, but the engines were very similar. Like if you compare the RSX here to the DC5 Type R overseas, very similar. Maybe just a little bit more power, but overall a very similar car. Um, but if you do that today, like if you compare like a Civic Si to a Civic Type R, that's night and day difference. One car is clearly like the more lower end car, and then the other car is the premium, the top of what Honda's gonna make the Civic Type R. So I think that's what you started to see like in today's generation, um, but you also started to see it in the 2019 because that's when the Civic Type R first got released. I think they first came out here in the States on 2017. But I feel like from 2010 to like 2017, everything was still kind of like the 2000s. Everything was real close, like close in power and everything. But as soon as the Civic Type R came out, Honda really held back on the SI. Personally, that's what I think. Because the 10th Gen SI, how it has a 1.5 liter turbo engine, like that's a really small engine, and it's smaller than the D series engine back in the 90s. So they went even smaller than what they were doing in the 90s, which I mean, it has its ups and downs. Alex, truth, appreciate it, man, because yeah, I really do think that Honda is like separating the SI to the Type R, and I don't know if they're doing it really like that, or the Dewey guy, you fell off. Hey man, I'm out here trying, but yeah, this stream ain't doing that well. I'm not gonna lie to you. But hey, some streams are like that. Some streams, people are engaging on them. Sometimes people are busy, But yeah, the 10th gen SI was, in my opinion, held back a lot with that 1.5. You're really limited on to how you can modify it, because if you're pushing over 300 on the 1.5, you're maxing that engine out. You're asking for trouble. But hey, the Dewey guy, I'm sorry, but you did. I hope I wasn't mean. Hey, sometimes that's, hey, truth. It's the truth. I mean, it's a slower stream. I don't. It's probably not gonna be my best stream, but hey, I'm still out here. That's really cool. So, 10th Gen SI, in my opinion, started to be held back. But that's how it is. Um, I don't like that Honda did that. I think that it shouldn't. I think they should have stuck with the 2.0 naturally aspirated, and then maybe done a 2.0 turbo for the Civic Type R. Personally, I think they should have just kept that SI trend going, rather than going with a 1.5 turbo. But hey, I'm not a Honda engineer. I don't know what the cost would be to that. My the Dewey guy, is a 125cc motorcycle good for a beginner? My grandpa is giving me this. I think it's perfect, man. Because if you've never ridden a motorcycle, you don't want to have a lot of power, because you can make a pretty mistake. Small mistakes on a motorcycle can have big consequences. It's not like in a car where you bump a fender and you just move inside the car. Nothing. If you if you smack the sidewalk and you fall over, you could potentially break something. So I think a 125cc is going to be perfect for you, and you'll be able to learn from it and then get something bigger. As your skills progress, you'll be able to get into the bigger bikes. But 125cc is perfect for you if you're a new rider. Thanks. I've got 3 to 4 years of riding a 50cc mini motorcycle. I think it'll be a perfect upgrade for you. It'll probably still be like a city bike, but you know, it's still a motorcycle and it's still gonna be as fun. You're not gonna be racing anything, probably not, but it's still a motorcycle and you'll still enjoy it. Alex, to imagine a K48 motor, they could have pulled this off. Just a big fan. Love the Honda talk. Thanks, Alex. You're all Dewey. I'm also 1314. All right, yeah, man, that's perfect for you. So yeah, enjoy the 125cc. I wish I would have been gifted a bike, but hey, some things work out different for everybody. So enjoy it. I hope you enjoy the 125cc and you focus on not so much being like the fastest guy on the block, but being the most skilled rider at your age would probably be a good goal for you to set. So might want to keep that in mind. So yeah, the let's go back to what I was talking about, like how Honda, in my opinion, did the SI a little dirty, and it's continuing to do it because they still have that same engine, the 1.5 liter, which is really small engine to be um, putting in an SI, because an SI was always known as kind of being like a mod friendly, like you could do whatever you want to them. The B series, they could handle a good amount of power before they break. But these 1.5s, from what I'm seeing, is even with bolt-ons, they're not really doing that much power. Upgraded turbo, they're not doing that much power. Like they're hitting the 300 mark, and that's it. Like you don't really hear about a 400 horsepower SI with the stock 1.5 turbo engine. You don't really hear about that. But yeah, I think Honda is doing the SI you know not good, because back then the SI was all you can get here in the States. So you didn't really have a Type R. So it was always like, oh, you saw Honda was an SI, but now you're seeing Type Rs and SIs, which is kind of like, I don't know. The Dewey guy, I hope you get famous. Thanks for telling me about it. Thanks, man, and no problem. Thanks for stopping by on the stream. You know, appreciate that. If you want to leave a like, that'd be awesome. Um, but yeah, in my opinion, the best generation is gonna be the generation I have, and that's gonna be the 2000s. That's a generation where there was a lot of innovation done with Honda. The good K series engine came out during those years. So they do have a good engine now in the Type R. Like that's a really good engine. You do see a lot of people making 400 to the wheels easy with just stock engine, unopened. Their transmissions are able to hold that power too, which is good. And even a stock Type R is decently fast for what it is. 4-cylinder turbo, I think it's pretty solid. So yeah, I think Honda is doing good with the Type R rather than the SI. But I think they're putting more of their resources into the Type R, which is rightly so. The Dewey, I also like watching all of your videos. I hope you have a fun time, and bye. See you, Dewey. Hopefully you catch my video this weekend. I will be uploading this weekend. But yeah, I think Honda's dedicating all their resources to the Type R, which it's not that bad. It's good, but it definitely is affecting the SI. How long will they continue to push the SI? I'm not sure. I hope they keep it. I just hope that they get rid of that 1.5 and just leave it as a naturally aspirated 2.0. If they want to cap the SI at around 200 horsepower to not pull from the Type R, if they want to do it, I think they should just do that. It's it'll give the people with an SI a better platform if they want to modify, which is what Hondas are known for. Hondas are known for modifying, doing whatever you want to them. The aftermarket support on Honda has always been super strong. It's probably, if not one of the strongest, for the car manufacturers out there. But yeah, that is my opinion. You know, hope you guys agree. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Like I've mentioned before, I'm on here once a week live streaming, whether it's live streaming on Friday, Thursday, or Saturday or Sunday. But I'll be here once a week. You know, I'll be engaging with you guys. Like, I like coming on here and just chopping it up with you guys. It's always fun to be here and engage with the stream, engage with the viewers, people that watch my videos, people that watch my shorts, or people that watch my live streams, or I don't know how you guys found me, but if you guys are making it to the stream, I appreciate the support, and I'll continue to be streaming for you guys and for myself because it's pretty fun. And let's talk about this weekend's video, what it's going to be about. It's going to be a Grom video, guys. It's going to be a Grom video, and I have two ideas that I want to do. I do want to do an idea where it requires me to drive the motorcycle for at least 100 miles a day. But this weekend, we're going to be going through a heat wave, so I'm definitely not doing that. I'm not trying to be out on my motorcycle for 4 hours in the middle of a heat wave. But I do have an idea where I'm going to be riding around my town in the Grom, trying to raise people with it. That's hopefully it works out. I'm pretty sure it will. I kind of have like a twist I want to add to the video. So yeah, be on the lookout for that video this weekend. It's gonna be a good video. Um, but yeah, and another thing. Oh, let's go over the motorcycle. Who has the most overrated motorcycle? And that's gonna be. I think I said already. I think in my opinion, the most overrated motorcycle is the Hayabusa. It was, at least until now. It's starting to be taken over by the H2, which rightly so. I mean, the H2 is a solid motorcycle. Again, all the motovlog YouTubers, they all own an H2. It From what it looks like, they've from what I've seen, like all the motovloggers that I see and stuff on there, it looks like a lot of them say that the H2 is a little difficult to ride or to daily, that it's not their go-to get on and go for a ride bike. It's like, I've heard a lot of them say that the only reason they ride it is when they're gonna go out and make a video of it. So that tells you something. I did see the bike when I went to buy my Grom. They had an H2 there, and I did look at it, and the size of the bike is very big, and I can see how it would be not really comfortable to be riding around in it. But I mean, it was a nice bike, and if it's as fast as it's advertised, then I can see why it is the most overrated bike. But yeah, so and an update on the RSX, guys. I did reach out to the people that were gonna paint it, but they're low key taxing, guys. Um, and I was thinking about it. I don't know. I don't know if I really want to paint it now, at least, because I don't know what the plan for that car is really. That car, I'm just kind of building it for myself, not so much for YouTube. Like I want to have my RSX back and be in my possession, how I have it. But I don't know if I want to paint it, especially not for what they were charging me. They were charging me 2,500, and that's not here in California. They were charging me 2,500 in TJ, Mexico. So that's a lot. I feel like I can get that. I feel like I can get my car painted for that here in California. I did get some quotes, and they wanted to charge me here. I got a quote from one shop. They wanted to charge me like $5,000, and I'm not gonna put that much money into a car, especially if I don't know if I'm not gonna be driving it as much, because I do have plans on getting the new Integra Type S, and I will more than likely be dailying that car if I do end up getting it, and then parking my RSX and maybe just using it as a weekend car. So I don't know if that's the case. My blue RSX that I have now, the paint is pretty much like already starting to be destroyed, and that's just because the car sits a lot. I don't really drive it, especially now where I can't drive it. So yeah, I don't want to end up spending all that money, just having to sit, which I've been, I've done a lot. Like I've put a lot of money into my RSX, and a lot of the time the car's just sitting. I can't really drive it, or I don't drive it just because it's not really, comfortable. It's a stick shift car, and my other car is an automatic, so it's easier to drive the automatic than it is a stick shift. I would really just drive the stick shift car more like on the weekend, but yeah. Um, so yeah, that's what's going on with the RSX, guys. I'm still waiting on my registration. I want to get that car sent to the shop ASAP, but I don't know. This year they're taking their sweet time with it. So I did get the registration for the Grom, so that's taken care of. But I'm not really gonna. There's no real smog for those bikes, or I don't think there's smog for any motorcycles here in California, which is interesting. But I guess it makes sense. Motorcycles don't really pollute much, which I don't think cars do either. But hey, tell California that. So another thing is, yeah, I think that's gonna be another thing is for the RSX. I do think I am gonna drop a K24 in there. I think that would be fun if I K24 swap the RSX. I think it would be fun to get some torque out of it actually. So yeah, should be fun. My goal is to have that done this year, which I don't know because I haven't received the registration. So, and I know swapping my current engine out is going to be a lot of work, and the shop isn't going to be able to do it, in a week or two. I'm guessing they're probably going to have my cars for a month or 2 months at the very least. So, and then we're already going into August. Today's August 1st, so yeah. My goal is to have that car back in my possession done at the end of this year. It would be perfect. But yeah. So it's a little bit of a slow stream, which it's okay. Not every stream is gonna hit, but I don't know. It's still fun to be on here. Unfortunately, we're stuck. We're hard stuck at 2 likes, which it's a little bummer, but nonetheless, still fun to be on here, guys. I know last stream I had some technical issues. Luckily, I didn't have that issue today. It sounds like the audio issue has been fixed. Nobody really said anything on the audio, or that could be why the video's not doing good and my audio is trash, but hopefully not. Um, but yeah, for this week's video, like I said, I'm gonna be running around on the motorcycle, trying to get some races in. Just be fun. I mean, it's nothing too serious. Audio's good, bro. Thanks, Alex. Shout out that, man, because I killed the AC because I wasn't sure. But it's nice to see that the mic is actually working for this live. Yeah. Um, let's see. What else do I have on my list? So the like goal of 20 likes is still out there, guys. If you guys want to do that, that'd be cool. Um, what is the best first mod? That's another question I wrote on here. We touched on that last week on my last live. I think somebody mentioned safety, which is pretty good, pretty good. But I don't know if safety is the best first mod. I kind of mentioned brakes. I think brakes are super important before you start doing anything to your car. But yeah, suspension or wheels, that's good if you're looking for aesthetics. If you're looking for aesthetics, I think suspension or wheels is good. I'm like in between on coilovers just because of how it changes the ride, especially if it's your daily and you put coilovers on your car. It makes it a little uncomfortable to daily drive, but it does look a lot better, and it does like drive better too with coilovers. Just the car being lower to the ground, you get better. You can turn better. So I don't know. There's so many mods out there that yeah, like either one of those could be good. So, but yeah. So well, guys, I actually have to get back to work, and it's been a little bit of a slow stream, so I'm gonna have to call it here. I will be back next week if you guys are interested in joining the stream next week. I will have something different, something fun. Hopefully more fun than this live stream, which still fun live stream, still fun to be on here and engage with you guys. Like I said, I will be posting clips from the live streams. I will be um, filming a video this weekend, possibly also clipping that video. So be on the lookout. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Turn notifications on so you can be notified when I upload, when I'm live streaming, and all that good stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream, and if you're watching the replay, I hope you enjoyed the replay. So yeah, I'll catch you guys on the good one. Have a good one, Alex. Shout out Alex for participating in this live. Shout out Alex. Have a good one, guys. Have a good week.